like on the snow, like on the sunlit face right above it, but like below that rock band there. Am I making sense? So like
Tell me how cold it is outside.
it's bikini weather.
Bikini weather.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a balmy. My truck said -26, and I think Alex's car said -20.
Yeah.
And it didn't get much warmer than about -15 on my drive out. So
Yeah, it's brutal.
it's a little chilly this morning, but no wind, bluebird skies. I don't really think we could have asked for a better day, at least. So
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
beautiful out. I'm just glad to be moving.
Yeah, start generating our own heat.
I know, it was brutal getting everything set up.
When I first got here, I tried putting my boots on in the car. I didn't have enough room to do that. So I had to get out and get cold to do that.
Yeah.
First switchback, about an hour into the climb.
Yep. I just put the risers down, so we better be going uphill the rest of the way.
Something tells me we will be.
Looks like there's a bunch of tracks already, but I'm sure the snow's still gonna be pretty awesome.
And it's a big enough face that I'm sure we'll still be able to find our own tracks.
Yeah, definitely. We've got about a 3,000 foot climb.
Yep, just about. I think just maybe like a hair under, but right about 3,000.
Okay.
Yep, that's my foot.
It's like kind of progressively harder all the way down.
Yeah, that's like completely ideal.
Yeah. One thing I've been like not sure about right now, that's sort of like crushed about down to here.
Yeah.
So when it crushes but it doesn't like slide or crack, you just kind of remove that stuff. Nothing.
Yeah, that's
a good
looking.
thing.
Yeah, that's looking really good.
At the end of those, I like to just like wail on it and see what happens.
See what it takes.
Yeah.
Give it another. Give it.
That broke there.
Oh, there you go. Yep.
So we just dug a pit here. We're at about 9,200 feet on a southeast facing slope. And snow depth is pretty deep, 240 centimeters.
Yeah, 240, 250.
Yeah. And the snow is looking like amazingly solid.
Yeah, at least right here.
Yeah.
Long story short is things look pretty killer out here right now.
So that's where we're going. We're almost there. Just kidding, we're not that gnarly.
Not yet. Dude, stoke level's like not even measurable right now. It's 10 out of 10 for sure.
Off the charts.
Off the charts.
Stoke meter is broken.
Stoke meter, yeah. That dial's just spinning around and around and around and around and around. And the craziest thing is you can barely see the top of the Grand up there, but with so many ski lines we're seeing tracks down stuff that's absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. Kind of making us go, well, let's keep practicing, because maybe in the future.
rock, paper, scissors to see who gets to go second.
Yes, winner gets second run because second run's gonna end up being the longest.
Yeah,
So.
first run has to film.
First one has to film.
Down.
Yeah. Yep.
2 out of 3? Or just 1?
Let's do 2 out of 3.
Okay.
2 out of 3.
Go on, shoot.
Shoot.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh. That was a quick defeat. It's a sunny day. Pretty nice weather out today. Nice and warm too. This will be kind of like my last trip. Mostly I'm here just to tour around and see what kind of wildlife I can find. I really want to find some wolves. That would be pretty cool. And there's a ton of them around here. So that's my main goal. And if I find some good hills, maybe I'll snowboard down those. I'll be hiking up along a ridge line for this hike. So we'll be getting up into some elevation this time. That'd be kind of nice if I could ride back to the car instead of hiking back. That's always a lot faster. One of the terms that was new to me in the avalanche terminology is called whoompfing, which is a real word. It sounds like it's made up, but it's pretty descriptive. It's basically the sound that the snow makes when it settles underneath you. Sometimes when I step down, a whole slab of snow just settles about half an inch and you can kind of hear it, and the whole slab that you're walking on top of just collapses. This one that I just triggered here cracked out maybe 10 feet away from me, which is a pretty big slab of snow to all be settling in one piece. But I've heard of these whoompfing events cracking out to like 50 feet away before. And so that would be pretty unsettling. What this means is that there's kind of a harder slab of snow on top of probably a whole bunch of loose facets. Those facets are kind of bigger ice crystals that hold up this slab, but there's not much holding it up, so when some of the ice crystals start to fall, it's kind of like a domino effect, and they all collapse and then the whole slab settles. And if that happens on a steeper slope, that's most likely going to trigger an avalanche. I bet these are coyote tracks, or maybe even fox tracks. They're pretty small. Definitely not wolf tracks. So here I met up with a couple friends. But they're pretty fresh. They're definitely put down today. So I'm going to kind of go in the direction of these and see what I can find. I'm going to assume this is a coyote now. I don't think foxes usually meet up with friends very often. Hopefully I actually caught that on camera, but I just heard a whole bunch of coyotes howling over there. Kind of unusual to hear that during the day. And it sounds like they're kind of on the other side of the valley over there. I'm sure they're out there somewhere, but I can't see them. Like I am going to be doing some snowboarding today. But this is a west-facing slope and it's very wind-stripped. That's kind of like the dominant direction that the wind comes from, and there is very thin coverage on this hill. I'm going to be much more worried about hitting rocks than any avalanche danger. This won't be a very exciting run. This is kind of just about getting down. So that was actually a little bit scary. I mean, nothing dangerous, but sort of as I got to this flat spot here, as I was riding across, I heard some whoompfing. I felt the snow settling underneath me, but it's such a shallow slope, there's really no danger. I mean, it has to be over 30 degrees for it to slide, and this is probably like 10. So I wasn't worried about that at all, but just to know what that feels like. If I was on a steeper slope and I felt that, I'd be sliding. Oh, this is so much better than walking.